We are now in part 4 session. In part 4 session, I am going to continue the same exercise 2.2. If you see in part 3 session, we have completed in exercise 2.2, 1 to 3 problems we have completed. Isn't it? Students, before going into today's class, let us recall what we have learned in the previous session. Students, in previous session, what concept mainly we have learned? Do you remember it? Yes, we have learned about combined shapes. Isn't it? We have learned about what? Combined shapes. See, in that session, I explained you how to find the perimeter of combined shapes. Isn't it? How to find the perimeter of combined shapes? The sum of all the length of the sides that form a closed boundary, which means you have to add all the length of the sides. Is the perimeter we have learned, isn't it? Then, what is area of combined shapes we have learned? We have to split the combined shapes into known similar shapes. Then only we have to find the area separately. After finding the area separately, we have to add both the value. This like you have to find the area of combined shapes. We have learnt in the previous session. Isn't it? Students, now in this session, we'll start from the fourth question in exercise 2.2. Here also they are given the diagram in the form of combined shapes. By seeing the diagram itself, you come to know what are the figures they are using here. One is what? It is a semicircle, and the other shape is what? It is like a cone. So here we are going to deal about two shapes, which is semicircle and the another one is cone. Clear? Now first we will read the question. Find the area of combined figure joining a semicircle of diameter 6 cm with a triangle of base 6 cm and height 9 cm. Students, what they are saying? They were asking to find area. Area alone we are going to find here of the combined figure. Whereas they have given the diameter of the semicircle is 6 cm and the base the same. What is the diameter of the semicircle? That is base for the cone also. Okay, with a triangle of base 6 cm. Same here itself the same 6 cm and height they have given 9 cm. This diagram they are given in your book itself. Now, since we are dealing with two shapes, I have taken separately what is given for that. For semicircle, what is given? We have given the diameter. Diameter means D. D is equal to 6 cm. But most probably, we will not use diameter in the problem solving. We will use only the radius. Once they given diameter, you have to convert that into radius. How will you convert that into radius? If you divide the diameter by 2, you will get the radius. So, your diameter is 6. When you are dividing by 2, we are getting radius is 3 cm. Here, likewise, in triangle, what are the values they have given in the question? They have given the base of the triangle. This is the base. Isn't it? They have given the base of the triangle is 6 cm and as well as they have given the height. This is the height of the triangle. Height of the triangle is 9 cm. So these are the values they are given in the question itself. Now we have to find the area of combined shapes. Clear? Since here we are finding area of combined figure, we have to add. Okay, add means what? Area of a semicircle. Separately I am finding area of semicircle and as well as area of triangle I am going to find separately and then finally I will add both the answer. That is the area of combined shapes. Clear students? When they are asking area, you have to split the diagram and you have to find it separately and then only you have to add finally. Clear? Area of semicircle formula is what? 1 by 2 pi r square. Students, in the last session itself I told you, you no need to memorize for semicircle, no need to memorize for quadrant formula. Area formula you no need to memorize. If they are asking area of a semicircle means, you first think what is area of a circle formula? Area of a circle formula is just pi r square. Semicircle means in that half. Quadrant means in that 1 by 4. So according to that you have to put the value before. Clear? Area of a semicircle formula is 1 by 2 pi r square plus area of a triangle formula is what? Half into base into height. What is the area of triangle formula? 1 by 2 into base into height. Now 1 by 2. What is the pi value they have given? 3.14. Students, what pi value they have given in the question, that same pi value only you have to use. Okay, if they say pi value is 22 by 7, then you have to use 22 by 7. If they are saying 3.14, then you have to use 3.14 alone. Clear? So 1 by 2 into pi is 3.14 into radius is what? Radius of the semicircle, what we have found there, r is 3. Since we are having r square, I have written 3 into 3. Clear? Plus 1 by 2 into, what is the base of the triangle? 6. What is the height of the triangle? 9 centimeter. So in this anything is not cancelling. So I am just writing 3.14 into 3 3s are 9 divided by 2 plus 2 and 6 will go in the same table. So it is 1 time and this is 3 times. So 9 3 into 9. Clear? Next step, 3.14 into 9. See, I have multiplied. After multiplying I am getting 28.26. So 28.26 divided by 2 plus 9 3s are 27. I am cancelling 28.26 in the 2 table. It is easy cancellation. So when I am cancelling, I am getting 14.13 plus 27. Okay, I have found separately the semicircle area and I have found separately the area of a triangle. Finally, what I am doing? I am adding both the values. Clear? So 14.13 plus 27, if we are adding means we will get 41.13, that is the value. Since they are finding area, write centimeter square. What measurement they have given, that measurement square you have to write. Clear all of you the fourth question? Yes. In exercise 2.2, next we'll see the fifth question. See the question. The doormat, which is hexagonal in shape, has the following measures as given in the figures. Find its area. Students, if you see this diagram, they are given in your book. The design, inside the design are given. They are talking, this is a doormat. You all know what is doormat, isn't it? Yes. The doormat, it is in the shape of hexagonal in shape. Okay, and they are saying we have to find the area. Like that, they simply said it is a find the area. But for what we have to find area, they didn't do. But we have to see the diagram. First, what shape is this? This part is one trapezium shape and another part is one trapezium shape. They have combined the two trapezium shape and we have got the hexagonal shape. Okay, so we have to find the area of trapezium here. Clear? Clear all of you the question? Yes. Trapezium. See, the one part of the trapezium I have drawn this separately. Can you able to understand it? One part, this part alone I have drawn this separately. Okay, you want trapezium? You can take either this or A and this or B. Say I have taken A is 70 centimeter, B is 90 centimeter. By observing this diagram, they are given the total height. which means the two trapezium, after combining the two trapezium, they are given the total height is 70 centimeter. But we need what is the height of one trapezium we need. So what we have, how will you find one height of the trapezium? You have to divide 70 by 2. If you divide 70 by 2, what you will get? You will get 35. In 70 of is what? 35. So this height is 35 centimeter and this height is 35 centimeter. Clear students, all of you? Now if you see, I have written here given in trapezium A equal to 70 centimeter, B is equal to 90 centimeter, H is equal to 35 centimeter. I told you in the previous session, part 3 session itself, the formula for area of trapezium. Isn't it? Do you remember it? You have written in your classwork also the tabular value, tabular column, isn't it? What is area of trapezium? Of into height into A plus B square units. Clear students? One more time tell me. Of into height into A plus B square units. We are having values for all those things. We are having for H value, A and as well as B values we are having. We are going to just substitute in that and we are going to find the area of trapezium, which means area of combined figure we are going to find. Clear? Area of the doormat. Okay, we are talking here about area of the doormat. Now the area of the doormat is made up of what? By joining the two trapezium. So only I have written 2 into area of trapezium. Because we are talking here trapezium, how many trapezium we are having? We are having 2 trapezium, isn't it? So 2 into area of trapezium we can write. To find the area of the doormat, what we have to do? We have to 2 into area of trapezium we are writing. 2 into area of trapezium formula we all know. 1 by 2 into H into A plus B square units you know. The next 2 into 1 by 2 into what is the height? Height we are having 35 centimeter. 35 into what is A? 70. What is B? 90. So 2 if you cancel, 1 into 35 is 35, 70 plus 90 is 160. So 35 into 160, I am just multiplying 35 into 16 alone. So what will I get if I multiply 35 into 16? I am getting 560. Still here one more 0 will left, no? So if you add here, we will get 5600 centimeters square. That is the area of the doormat. Clear students, all of you? The area of the doormat, how we are finding? We are finding by 2 trapezium. 2 area of the trapezium, we have found the area of the doormat. Clear all of you? In exercise 2.2, next we will see the 6th question. The rocket drawing as the measures as given in the figures, find its area. Students, if you see the diagram in your book which is given in the page number 66. Or if you take your book and you can see the diagram which is given in the book. Okay, in that diagram they have given rocket shape. Okay, to make the rocket shape, what are the shapes we are using here? We are using here, what shape is this? This is the trapezium, this is the rectangle and this is the triangle. So here we are using the 3 shape to make a rocket. Okay, now again one more time I will see. This shape is what? Trapezium. This shape is what? Rectangle. This shape is what? Triangle. When you see your book, what are the values they have given in your book means for trapezium they have given full measurement, which means this side length 50 centimeter they are given in your book and this side measurement 30 centimeter also given in your book and this height also they are given in your book which is 20 centimeter they have given. Okay, and for the triangle they are given 20 centimeter height they are given. Okay, still and also they have given the total from year to year, the total height of the rocket is 120 centimeter they have given. Clear? So now trapezium full value we have got. We know since it is a rectangle, opposite sides are equal. Isn't it? Here this side is 30 centimeter, then this side should also be at 30 centimeter. Isn't it? Then we don't know this length alone for rectangle. So how can we find the length of the rectangle? Means they have given 120 centimeter is the total height of the rocket. Okay, and also they have given the height of the trapezium. From here to here the height is what, 20. So up to this the length will be 20. Similarly, the height of the triangle is also 20. So this side 20 and that side 20. So totally 20 plus 20 is what, 40. So out of 120, if you take 20, what you will get? 100. Similarly, again from 100 if you take 20, you will get 80. Clear? So 120 minus 40, if you subtract, you will get 80. Why we are subtracting 40? Because we need only the length of the rectangle. We don't want this height and as well as the triangle height we don't want. So we are taking 20 and 20 from 120. So we will get 80. Now we have got length of the rectangle is 80 centimeter. Here 80 centimeter means then here also 80 centimeter. Because a rectangle opposite sides are equal. Clear students? Now I have taken separately each diagram and I have solved the area. Clear? Likewise you also have to copy in your classwork. See, the first diagram I have taken from this rocket is trapezium shape. See students, in your book directly they have given what is A, what is B and what is height. You all know what is area of trapezium formula? Of into height into A plus B. Okay, for A we are having 30 centimeter, for B we are having 50 centimeter, for height we are having 20 centimeter. Now area of trapezium is equal to 1 by 2 into h into A plus B. Next step, 1 by 2 into h value is what? 20. 20 into bracket A value is what? 30. B value is what? 50. 2 and 20 if you cancel we are getting 10. You keep this 10. 30 plus 50 is what? 80. So 10 into 80 is what? 800 centimeters square. Because we are finding area, so for measurement you have to put square. Clear all of you that area of trapezium how we have calculated? Yes, this figure area we have calculated. Then I am going to solve the area for rectangle. Okay, I have drawn the rectangle shape separately. Can you able to understand it? Now rectangle. For rectangle we need only two measurements. What are the two measurements we need? We need length and as well as we need breadth. But both the values we are having. Okay. So what is the length? 80 and here is 30. So length is 80 centimeter and breadth is 30 centimeter. Now area of the rectangle is what? This formula I think everybody will know. Isn't it? Area of the rectangle is L into B, which is nothing but length into breadth. L, length is what? 80, breadth is 30, 8 3s are what? 24, here what? 0 0 we are having, right? 0 0 centimeter square. Clear all of you? How we have calculated rectangle? Yes. Next we'll see the triangle. Still one more shape is there, no? That is the triangle. Students, what is the area of the triangle formula? Of into base into height. Isn't it? Height they have given in your book itself directly. What is the height they have given? 20 centimeter. Okay, base we have calculated. What is the base? 30 centimeter. So area of triangle also we are having two values. We have to just substitute in the formula. Area of triangle equal to half into base into height square units. Next step, half into base is what? 30, height is 20. I am cancelling 2 and 20. I am getting 10. So 3 into 10 is 300 centimeters square. Students, what they are asking in the question, a rocket is drawing given in the figure, find its area, which means the total rocket, the total area of the rocket we have to find. But we have found area of trapezium separately, but we have found area of rectangle separately, and we have found area of triangle separately. Whether they are asking separate answer? No, they are asking find its area. Find its area means find the rocket area. So what we have to do? We have to separately we have found no that we have to add. Only then we will get the total area of the rocket. Clear? See how I have written. Area of rocket drawing is equal to area of trapezium plus area of rectangle plus area of triangle. Can you able to understand? Yes. Area of trapezium answer what we have got? 800. Area of rectangle answer what we have got? 2400. Area of triangle answer what we have got? 300. So 800 plus 2400 plus 300. See, I have done the calculation here. If I add means I am getting what? 3500 centimeter square. Clear students, which is the area of the total area of the rocket. Clear students, all of you, how we are solving the sixth problem? Yes. Students, in chapter 2, the next concept we are going to learn about 3D shapes. If you see, in so far from the lower class, you have learned 2D shapes. 2D shapes means it will be having 2 dimensions. Okay, namely you will be faced length and breadth, isn't it? Now, in this next concept, we are going to learn about 3D shapes. Students, 3D shapes means you will be having 3 measurements, namely length, breadth and height. Okay, height is nothing but here the depth. Okay, 3D dimensional means you will be having 3 measurements. What are they? Length, breadth and height. Okay, now see, these are the some of examples for 3D shapes. What are the shapes? Cuboid, cube, cylinder, sphere, cone. These are example of 3D shape. Still some more are there, but these are the some examples. Clear? See, in 3D shapes you will be having face, edge and vertex. Okay, when we saying it in plural form, we will be saying it as faces, vertices, edges, like that we will be saying. Students, face means what? Means a single flat surface is called face. Okay, edge means an edge is a line segment between 2 faces. Okay, and the vertex is a joined line. Okay, here see the 3 edges joining, no, that is the vertex. Otherwise we can say we can take it as corner also. That is the vertex. Clear? Now see this picture where I have written face, edge and vertex. Clear now what is face, edge and vertex? Yes. Now for cube and cuboid we are going to learn how many number of face, how many number of edge and how many number of vertex are there. Now we are going to learn. Clear students? See, in cube you are having how many vertices? Shall we count now? I told you vertices means the corner where the 3 edges meeting. No, that is the vertices. Otherwise we can say it as corner also. See, I have marked 1, 2, 3 like that. So when I am counting, you see that number so that you will come to know how many number of vertices are there in a cube. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So in cube you are having 8 vertices. Clear? See, next In cube you are having how many edges? We'll count now. See, edges means what I told, a line segment, okay, between two faces. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. So in cube you are having 12 edges. Clear students? Next, in cube how many faces will be there? I think many of you have played that cube, playing that cube, no, you will be having that you have played, and using the dice you have played, isn't it? By that time, have you noticed how many faces are there? Yes. How many faces? We will be having 6 faces in the cube. Clear? See, in cube we are having 8 vertices, 12 edges and 6 faces. Clear students now about cube? Yes. Next we'll move for cuboid. See the cuboid. Cuboid means the front view it looks like a rectangle. Okay. Whereas the cube, the front view it look like a square. Clear? See, now we'll count how many vertices are there in cuboid. Okay. 1, 2, vertices means what? Vertices means what? Yes, corner. Now we'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So in cuboid you are having 8 vertices. Okay. See, in cuboid how many edges are there? We'll count now. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So in cuboid you are having 12 edges. Okay. Now if you see how many faces are there in cuboid means you will be having 6 faces. Okay. Students, cuboid, cube and all day-to-day life you are seeing more example in that. Okay, if you take example of almirah, fridge, these are what? The shape of cuboid only. Okay, you will be having there 6 faces. Clear students? Students, in cuboid you are having 8 vertices, 12 edges and 6 faces. So, students, so totally in cube and cuboid having same number of vertices and same number of edges and same number of faces. Clear students, you are having 8 vertices, 12 edges and 6 faces. Clear all of you about cube and cuboid? Yes. And all of you clear about 3D shapes? Yes. Now we'll start the exercise. Clear students? Students, in exercise 2.3, we are going to see now fill in the blanks. See the first subdivision. The 3 dimensions of a cuboid are dash, dash and dash. What is 3 dimension? 3 dimension we can say it as what? Yes, 3 dimension we can say it as 3D shapes. 3 dimension means what? It should has to have 3 measurements we have seen. Isn't it? Now they are asking the 3 dimension of what? Cuboid. As I told you before itself, the 3D of a rectangle is what? Cuboid I told you. Isn't it? For cuboid, how many measurements you will be having? 3. What are they? Length, breadth and height. By seeing the diagram itself, you can know what is length, which side is breadth and which side is height. Isn't it? So the first one option answer are length, breadth and height. See the second subdivision. The meeting point of more than 2 edges of a polyhedron is called as dash. Students, before explaining the answer for the second subdivision, you have to know the term polyhedron. Okay, see the second subdivision it is coming polyhedron. Students, polyhedron means it is also a 3D solid figure. Okay, in which the side will be flat surface. Okay, polyhedron means it is also what? 3D shape. The sides will be what? Flat. Students, see, I have drawn here cube, isn't it? Now it is also a 3D shape and it is also a polyhedron. Similarly, cuboid is also a 3-dimensional and it is a polyhedron. Students, in polyhedron, you should not supposed to get curved surface. Everywhere you have to get flat surface only. Clear? Polyhedron. The word is divided into polyhedron. The word meaning for poly is many. Okay? Many. Hedron means faces. Hedron means what? Faces. So polyhedron, jointly the meaning is it will have many faces. Okay. Now consider the cube. How many faces you will be having here? 6 faces you will be having. Then it is a polyhedron. Then cuboid also having 6 faces. Then that is also a polyhedron. Clear, students? Now all of you are clear about what is polyhedron. Now we will see the second subdivision fill in. Students, here they are asking the meeting of more than 2 edges of a polyhedron. Edges means what? This is edge. This line is called what? Edge. Okay, they are saying the meeting point of more than 2 edges. This is one edge, this is one edge and another this is one edge. The 3 more than 2 edges are meeting at one point. Isn't it? This point is called what? Vertex. Okay, then again this is also vertex, this is also vertex, everywhere we are having vertex. As I told you before itself, what is vertex, what is faces and what is edges I have already explained. Isn't it? Now the answer to the second subdivision is vertex. Here, now we will see the third subdivision. A cube has dash faces. Okay, a cube has how many faces? Yes, very good. A cube has 6 faces. Okay, one more time I will explain. This is the first face, then back side second face, side, both the side 3, 4, up and down 5, 6. So totally how many faces in cube? 6 faces. Okay, now fourth subdivision. The cross section of a solid cylinder is dash. See, I have drawn these cylinders and I have made one cross section, which means I have cut one portion. So then the solid cylinder, that then cut portion, the cross section will be what? It will be a circle. See, I have made here dotted lines. Then what you will get? You will get a circle. Clear the fourth subdivision? Next, fifth subdivision. If a net of a 3D shape has 6 plane square, then it is called dash. Students, the 3D shape of a square, what I told you? Yes, it is a cube. Students, here they are talking a 3D shape of 6 plane squares. So which means what? You are taking 6 plane squares, then what will be the shape? They are saying the square means then obviously in 3D the square will be what? Cube. Okay, it can be anything. Okay, it can be 10, it can be 12. But they are saying a 3D shape of a square means then it will be a cube. Clear, students, all of you? Students, in part 4, this is your assignment. The first assignment is exercise 2.3, match the following. Okay, that answer you can write it in the book itself directly. And in page number 68, if you see in that page, they have given in the top, try these. They have given the tabular column. In that tabular column, we have to find the number of faces, number of vertices and number of edges. Okay, for cuboid, triangular prism, square pyramid and triangular pyramid. I taught you before itself how to find the number of faces, vertices, edges, isn't it? Using that, you are going to find the answer for that. Students, for the second question or also you can write everything in the book itself directly answer. Okay, for the first assignment and as well as the second assignment, everything you are going to do where? Yes, in book itself. Okay, you no need to write in your homework note. You straightly write the answer in the book itself. Clear, students? Students, with this I am completing the part 4 session. In exercise 2.3, it is enough if you read first question and second question for your exam. Clear? Thank you, students.